ready.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy King Abundance. What's up, y'all? I want to talk to you. I want to come to you today and do something a little different than what I usually do. I said, I'm going to come on here. First of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. What's up? If you're new to this channel, one of the things that I talk about and promote is HVAC. HVAC. Yes, I am driving, but I am not looking at the camera or the phone. So if you are watching me, I'm always going to be a safe driver. So I'm looking at the road. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. But I came on here to tell you my story. Tell you a little bit about why I chose HVAC, why I'm doing HVAC. A little bit of background about myself. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I moved to Virginia Beach about 7 years ago. Then recently moved to Texas, which was a whole thing within itself. I'm glad I moved to Texas. Texas is like huge for HVAC. And if HVAC is something that you think you want to, let's just say you don't know what career you want to go into, this is what this whole thing is about, telling you and talking to you about HVAC. HVAC, the acronym stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So, tell you a little bit about myself. I am a father. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I am a father of 4 altogether: Ariel, Corey, Krista, and Chrisette. And I am a hard worker. Yeah, hard worker. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my journey into HVAC. I started to go into the HVAC field roughly about 4 years ago. Went into the HVAC field, started to figure out what I wanted to do. I went to college before. I took a few classes, took some credits. I took business marketing, but that wasn't for me. I decided to go into HVAC. I decided to go into AC, the AC route, HVAC, heating. I wanted to see what that was about. I wanted a career. Okay, I got my certificate, my certification in HVAC. So I'm able to do AC, refrigeration, handle refrigerant. Some say Freon. I guess that's the old way to say it. I'm also able to work on heaters, chillers, new construction. I have my universal certification. So I'm certified to do residential and commercial. Now, if you are thinking about doing that, how do you do it? I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and how the avenue that I took. I decided to go to school. I decided to get some formal training. I attended Centera College, and I got some really good knowledge there, and went through the courses and things like that, and got my certification, my HVAC certification. So it was about a year course, and I took out a loan and I went that route. You don't have to go that route. I'm not telling you not to, but I wish I would have went another route. Which the other route is the apprentice route. You work for a company, you get hired, you work for a company, you don't know anything. They know you don't know anything, but they're willing to teach you for exchange for a smaller paycheck. All right. This is for people. How you doing? I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're watching. This is for someone that wants to start in HVAC. So you go work for a company that says they'll pay you less than the top dollar, because I didn't get involved in HVAC to make less, but they'll pay you less than the top dollar, exchange for you learning what to do and how to do it, systems, how to handle refrigerant, how to do it legally, and how to do it the correct way. So there's different types of refrigerant. The main two, I guess the first one I've ever heard about was R22, and that refrigerant is actually they're not using that anymore in residential homes. So R22 is a refrigerant that pretty much over 10 years ago they were using in HVAC systems. What they started to use when I was going into the industry, I got into the industry during COVID. What they started using was 410A, R410A. That's the name of it. It's what they were using when I got into it, and they have since moved on to a better refrigerant that is better for the environment. One thing's for sure with refrigerant and HVAC, you have to abide by the laws and the rules and the regulations that the EPA sets. So the EPA really regulates this industry, and they tell us when things change, or what the laws are based off the environment. They don't want to pollute the environment and things like that. But anyway, you can get involved into HVAC one of those two ways, or you can work for a small company, a very small company, and be an apprentice, same thing, and learn the trade. This is a physical trade. It's not a trade where you can sit back and learn it from afar. You have to get your hands dirty, which that is not a problem for me. You have to get your hands dirty. But yeah, so got involved, got my certificate, my HVAC certificate, and got my type 2. So there's type 1, which is small appliances, type 2, which is residential, let me go back to type 1. small appliances like your refrigerators or your ice machines and things like that. Type 2 is your HVAC systems at home, your residential HVAC, your small ACs, your furnaces, things like that. Type 3 or your universal is more so commercial. That's three-phase electricity. So that is more so big dollar amounts, high dollar amounts. So yeah, you can go either way. When you have your universal, you can go either way. You can go and you can work for a big company. You can work for the bigger companies like Walmart and all these big corporations, and you can work for new construction and things like that, which they pay a little bit more. The payout's a little bit more, depending on your state. In certain states they pay more. Certain states they start out paying $15 an hour when you're learning, and then once you got maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 years under your belt, you can start at 25. You can go to 25, $30 an hour. And when you have about 6 to 8 years under your belt, you can demand $30, $40, $50 an hour. But if you know more in a shorter period of time, it's totally up to you and what you learn. Nobody can stop you from learning, and especially with the internet and things like what I'm doing right now, if you are interested in learning HVAC. If you're interested in taking this to the next level, inbox me. I can talk to you a little bit more about it. But this is a really good career. I think it's starting to be known that an HVAC technician, plumbers, electricians are now the sought after careers, when years and years ago it was, oh, I don't want to be a plumber, I don't want to deal with AC, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's nasty, it's mechanical type work. It's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but guess what? It's a lot of reward too. So it's up to you how far you want to take it, because you can take it as far, you can make a career out of it, and you can take it as far as you want to take it. But you can also stick with a company for as long as you want to work, or you can take it your own way and you can start your own company. Once you get the knowledge under your belt and the training under your belt, and you get your tools are essential, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But once you get the training under your belt, the sky's the limit. So you can start your own company if you want to. Now that takes a few other things. That you need to understand some business acumen and some you need to understand taxes and things like that. But anyway, so tools. I started out with basic hand tools. I started out with a basic screwdriver. I started out with a basic drill, maybe, and a couple of wrenches and things like that. And then I grew my repertoire of tools, or assortment of tools. I grew that over time, and then now I have the bigger tools, or the better tools, the more long-lasting tools. You can start out, they don't want to tell you this, but you can start out with Harbor Freight. You don't have to have the big Milwaukee, or the big name, or DeWalt, or the big name tools. You can start out with just some basic hand tools from Harbor Freight that you can get for $100 or a couple $100. I don't know the exact numbers, but if you want to start, if you want to start, there's some key things that you need. You need the information, but you need to pass that 608 exam. That is your license to handle refrigerant. That 608 exam is your license to handle refrigerant. And if you want more information, leave me a comment and we can talk a little bit more outside of this. But that 608 exam is something that will take you to the next level, and that will get you the type 1, type 2, type 3 universal certification. Now, I don't know everything, but I do know a lot because I've been around for a period of time, but I don't know everything. I think when you stop learning, you start dying. So I ain't looking to die no time soon, but yeah, I just wanted to come on this live, talk to you a little bit about if you want to pick HVAC as a career. Again, HVAC is heating, ventilation, AC, or heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. And there's one part that a lot of people don't say, but it's HVAC/R, which is refrigeration. That R stands for refrigeration. Pretty much, it's very similar to HVAC, home HVAC or commercial HVAC. The refrigeration part is like more so the like not McDonald's. Well, yeah, McDonald's. Your supermarkets, your Walmart, where have really big freezers and refrigerators. That's the refrigeration part. It deals with refrigerant. It deals with refrigerant, period. So if you want to get, now I am driving, so I can't look at any comments that anybody's saying because I'm going to drive. I need to get home to my family. I just explained to you that I have kids and a wife. So, but I'm here to help. I'm here to motivate. I'm not here for any negativity, but I'm here to help. And anybody, like I was once in a position where I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't have a direction. I knew I wanted to do business, or I wanted to do some sort of business, but I didn't have a career. I didn't have a certification. I didn't have something that would pay me just for showing up. Meaning, yeah, you got to do the work, obviously, but you walk in and you're needed. I like to say you are needed and not tolerated. So I walk into an establishment, a home, and I'm needed. I'm needed to fix the problem. I'm needed to give air. I'm needed to change a part. I'm needed to repair. I'm needed. So you want to be, in a sense, needed and not tolerated. I see some people that go to work, you go to their establishment, and you can just tell they don't want to be there. I don't have that problem. Granted, I have good days and bad days, but the reality of it is I am needed, and I like and I love what I do. I love working with customers. I love taking care of customers and getting them air, getting them heat, and them feeling so fulfilled. And I feel fulfilled once they are fulfilled. So it's a mutual thing. It's a really good thing, a really good feeling. And at the end of the day, I'm tired, but I feel I'm fulfilled. So if you want a career and you want something that you can provide for your family, and you're looking for something that will will help you. HVAC is it. I mean, like I just explained, I went over what you can make per hour. There are some jobs or HVAC companies where you can also make commission. So you pretty much write your own check. You literally write your own check. And look at it also like this. You can fix your own HVAC. You can fix your own unit. You can fix your own HVAC system, your own heating system yourself. You employ yourself. So yeah, if you want more information, I'm here to help. Like I said to myself, I was going to talk to you and come on the live and help anyone that needs help getting into this career. I don't care where you are in the United States. I'll point you in the direction if I can. If you're open-minded. Like I say, you can write your own ticket. You start off, you don't make a lot of money if you come in as an apprentice, but you learn, and once you learn the trade, you write your own ticket. You make anywhere from $20, $30, $40 an hour. I literally know people that make $45 an hour plus. I literally know people that make $20, $30, $40 an hour, and they do really good for themselves. So this is a career. This is something that you can definitely say, I'm employable. Oh, this is one thing I want you to also look at. In some industries outside of HVAC, you have to recertify. In this industry, you certify once, and that's it. For life. You have your certification for life. I'll die with this certification. So you become an HVAC technician and you're certified for life. It's what you do with it. So leave a comment. I can read it as soon as I stop. If you need help, shout me out. I'm here to help. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to kind of teach if I can, or talk to you about what path to go. And I'm talking to you for free. Like I'm not getting paid to do this. So I'm talking to you for free. So yeah, guys, let me know. Give me some comments, give me some information. Let me know what you want to do. Oh, another thing, as you can see, I'm not driving my own car. You get your own van. You got all your tools on here. Now that you might say, obviously, yeah, oh man, of course you get your own van. But guess what? When you get your own van, they pay for gas. The company pays for gas, so you get paid to drive home, or you don't. In some companies, you get paid to drive home, but some companies, as soon as you leave your house, you start getting paid. As soon as when you get back to your house, that's when you stop getting paid. Some companies are a little different. When you go on your first call, they start you to get paid, and then after you leave your last call, that's when you stop getting paid. So it all depends on the company, and they set their own rules per se, and it's up to you to take it or leave it. But one of the things for sure, one thing's for sure too, is for certain, if you leave a company and you have a good reputation and you can do the job, if you decide to leave and quit the job, guess what? You can get a job, depending on what city you're in, you can get a job within that same week, I'll say. I'm being kind of modest with that. Like, you probably can get a job the same day or before you leave. So you're that much in demand. I'm not saying go around and quit, but sometimes it's just called for. Sometimes if they're not giving you no act right, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I just wanted to be on here for a little bit and just talk to you guys until I got home. But if you have a question or a comment or anything, please let me know. And like I said, I'm here to help. Sorry about my truck beeping. All right. If y'all don't leave any comments, I'm getting ready to end this live. And I just wanted to, let's see. I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys. All right. If there's no more comments or anything, peace, y'all.